Well, now I have the gentleman who's the president of this Eagles Rugby Club, and also he's a vice president at the Malaysian Rugby Union, Mr. Velayuthan Tan. Good to have you. It was absolutely brilliant tournament out here, and the hospitality and everything is superb. How did you step stone for this?
Thank you. This is part of the strategy of my union in Sabah. That when you talk about development, it's not just teaching the kids to play, but it's developing the referees, developing the coaches. At the same time, while they are playing, we need to benchmark. You don't benchmark with the locals. So we established this international tournament, which we built it up from a local to an international tournament to get the kids to benchmark against top level teams. So that's what we have achieved over the last 15 years. From a domestic league, we have moved on to bring in West Malaysian teams, and then move on Southeast Asian teams, and then move on to bring international teams. We build it up slowly. So now it's full-fledged international. We have teams from New Zealand, Australia, all the Sri Lankan teams, and all the teams from Hong Kong and all that. Asia's best come see and play, and that will let the kids who come and watch this game play. They can see the different levels of game, and they must always benchmark against the best, not benchmark against local teams. So this is kind of like an inspiration for the locals. So this is part of the development. You don't only teach them how to play, you also teach them how to observe how the best play and get the best to come here, mingle with them, play alongside with them, and improve. So that is what our strategy is all about.
Wonderful to hear that. That's almost 15 years strategy, like you mentioned. And we have seen in the records, in the history books, so many All Black stars and the world stars have represented your club. Talking about that.
Yes, it's basically networking. In rugby, the fraternity is very close. It's unlike any other sports. We become very good friends, and it's expensive for us to bring in very highly qualified coaches. By networking, we have access to some of the best in the world. Like we got to know Sir Gordon Tegens, we got to know Edwin Cocker, Crystal from the Black Ferns, and we know like Tana Umaga. They're all personal friends of mine. So that makes the difference. So when we ask for some help, they are all ever willing to come in, give us some time, and that's the way we work together. I think we have to learn from the model. If at all there's a country that we can emulate, it is New Zealand. Small country, they won more medals than any other in terms of ratio and consistency. They are always on the top. Why? What makes them so special? So we learn from the best, and if at all you need to learn the disciplines, it's from them. So we decided to network to one system, emulate them, and network with them and bring them on to help us out.
Well, learn from the best. That was the word to hear from Mr. Velu. And talking about the stand down there, Gordon Teachers High Performance Center, how much important it's give to your local rugby?
Oh, it's very, very. Number one, it becomes like a source of inspiration for the young people. And to be able to get Sir Gordon Teachers himself to come and say, he likes to get involved, likes to assist, is a tremendous achievement. All because of our personal relationship. And then man is devoted for games. And we also believe in excelling, giving our best. Don't settle for mediocrity. Keep the benchmark there. Don't bring it down. Strive towards that. And I think Sir Gordon Teachers has proven himself, 18 World Championship. No other people have so far emulated him. I think that is the benchmark. To be associated with them is our privilege. And for the generations to come, this club hopefully will maintain the status quo. Somewhere in the near future, I hope to produce players who are at par.
Absolutely. Well, if Sir Alex Ferguson in the football, it's Sir Gordon Teachers is in the rugby in terms of coaching internationally. Finally, you're talking about the under-18s playing. You all have a long future for the grassroots.
Yes. We have started the grassroots development at 7 years old, primary school, and then we keep tab of the kids and see them through all the way. Part of the reason also, we come from very background where we literally from the villages, and rugby can do a lot for these kids. So what we do is we create a pathway for the kids into technical schools and polytechnics and universities, see them through rugby. We teach them leadership and all that. So that's what keeps us going, that we can add value into the life of these kids. There is life after rugby. There's something you'll notice that one of our signages there, it's more than just rugby. It is life after rugby. We must not just drop them off after the playing year, create a pathway for the kids. For that, we are truly heading that direction because that's what drives us. That's what drives us, and I think we will get it done. We'll get it done.
Mr. Vela, wonderful to hear. We wish you many, many success ahead.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.